There. Mhm. Welcome, everyone. It's Wednesday. Let's turn all of this goodness off. Boy, it's so good to be here. It's been a racing kind of day. I apologize for being 2 minutes late, but I'm here now. So good to have this place to settle. We are going to be talking about some interesting things tonight. So we're going to be talking about we're moving towards this 1111 portal. Can you feel the energy starting to pull and that maybe it's feeling a little anxious for you? So, we're going to be talking a little bit about this 1111 portal. And I also wanted to help you guys bring more light to your Halloween. So, let me see who's here and what kind of comments we have going on. Once you start a hat day, it becomes a hat day. So this is at the end of the day, makeup face. Okay, so yay, good to have all of you guys here. This is great. Let's see. Yeah, 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 yeah. Yes, we have New Hampshire and Hawaii and Minnesota and North Carolina. I love the hat. Great. It's one of my favorite hats. It's got a lot of hoarseness on it, and Los Angeles, Shelley, great to have you here. All right. So, and Florida, welcome. Yeah, and we also have Instagram on tonight. Although it's there they are. Okay, they're a few minutes behind, but anyway, welcome Instagram. And if you want to post a question, Instagram people, I suggest you go to YouTube and go to Shama Kim Productions or type in my name and you'll find me there. And then you can actually ask questions and feel like more of a participant here. But either way, it's great to have all of you here. I don't know that I recognize any of your handles in particular. So we are on our live YouTube. So that was just a call coming in. All right. So tonight, the reason I wanted to talk about this Halloween, we know there's so much darkness on the planet right now, and especially for Halloween, it's basically a loosh fest. Uh, so much gore and darkness and death and um, fear and fright, especially focused towards vulnerable children. And so this inspired me with a client to look at, for those of you who've been following, we use avatars to create changes in all kinds of things. And so an avatar is just the image of a person. In my book, you could just imagine, a person like that. And that represents the thing that you're trying to create a change with. So in this case, we created an avatar for Halloween. Now, I was clearing it seemed like for everybody because there was so much darkness in it. But basically, the intention was for myself because I know there's a lot of people that love Halloween and they love the getting dressed up and all the party stuff around it. And so that can be a lot of fun. Uh, and there's a lot of darkness around it as well. And so with this avatar that this client and I worked on, I was not surprised to find these three really big things. So the first big thing that I found was 500 curses right at the crown chakra of this avatar, meaning that there was this other force, as we know, the dark side, that is controlling this avatar of Halloween with these 500 curses, which are designed to create a lot of fear and anxiety and terror and horror and all of those kinds of energies so that they can have an opportunity to have their own feast. And these are the dark energies that they feed on. So that was the first thing we found, 500 curses at the crown. The next thing I found was demons in this space. And it's like the number, I couldn't even count anymore. There were millions and millions of demons at the root chakra of this avatar. So if you think about demons and what they do and the energy that they create and the energy that they support is a lot of darkness and fear and all kinds of things like that. And they will often channel a lot of anger and rage through people as well. So, millions of demons in the root chakra. And then there was also the third big thing. We've been finding more and more of these black boxes, which are these controlling mechanisms. And so we found 500 of those in the root chakra, again, designed to create more fear, terror, horror, gore, death, sacrifice, all the craziness that can be associated with Halloween. And so tonight, I thought it would be fun and a really good thing to create an avatar for your Halloween. How do you want to change Halloween for yourself? Now, we can um, well, so there's a few things. So, as you know, when you create an avatar, one of the first things that you're going to do, besides making sure that it's grounded, mine was not originally, had no grounding cord, but is to place your intentions for what you want this uh, energy to be reset to. Now, the thing that I thought of was that, Halloween was originally intended to be a celebration of the fall harvest. So these are the Celts that did this kind of a celebration, celebrating harvest, all the bounty that they had created, and then this celebration of stepping into winter. So that is what the original celebration was about. Over time, the dark side made it more and more dark and brought in, you know, things that you should be afraid of that go bump in the night and so forth and so on. And then a lot of these traditions, other traditions started as a result of that. So when I thought about the original intentions around, okay, so I totally forgot to do this other thing I was supposed to do. I'm so sorry. Um, I forgot to start the other camera. That's because I was late today and I got off track. All right. Well, it is what it is. We'll get started here anyway. Okay. So what I was saying was, so the avatar is thinking of these original intentions of what Halloween used to be. I was thinking that I wanted this celebration, this, if you want to call it Halloween, it's actually called Samhain or Samhain. I think that's what the original word for Halloween was, Samhain. If any of you know, you could type that in. Um, and that was the original celebration. So that was the harvest and being celebrating going into these winter months. And so when I thought of, well, what would I want my Samhain celebration to be? Because I don't even like the word Halloween because of all that what it's connected with. Is I thought that I wanted this celebration time. So actually, tomorrow night would be the best time to celebrate it because it's celebrated that November 1st is the beginning of moving into this winter phase for them. And so it's celebrated the night before. So actually, tomorrow night, you could do your own celebration around Samhain and what it is that you want to call in. So I was thinking of, well, the one of the greatest things to be celebrating right now is the incoming golden age. And so a lot of people look around and go, well, yeah, well, what golden age? It's not very golden right now. But those of us who can see further ahead know that it's on its way. And just like any new shoot that's pushing up out of the ground, what does it push up first? It pushes up the dirt. And so this is what we're seeing right now, all the optics around, all the darkness that is falling away, all the systems that have been broken for a very, very long time are crumbling. And it's almost like it's happening in slow motion, but this is the reality of what's happening. And I think that's a great cause for celebration. I believe I have come from 500 years from the future, as many of you are as well. And so we know that the timeline that we're on, that everything turns out fine. And so that's why I'm not worried, and maybe you're not worried as well about all the stuff we see going on around us because it's like, well, yeah, it's all got to fall. You got to trim the tree before new shoots can grow. So this is all the optics of what's falling away. And so that's my cause for celebration is seeing this incoming golden age that is beneath all this stuff that's just falling away. So that's a big cause for celebration. Another thing, it's pronounced Soen. Okay, is that right? Did I say it right? Soen, Sawen, Sawen. Maybe that's it. Okay. Um, yes, but I saw it written out Samhain. So anyway, but we're all talking about the same thing. Okay, well, thanks anyway, Joellen. Um, so the another thing that I wanted to put that I put in the rings of my avatar was that this transition could be with more ease and grace, at least for us. Now, a lot of people are calling in their own darkness, their own lessons. And so, that's kind of on them. We are projecting into our world, our creation. And so we can really create it any way that we desire, any way we want. And so that's one of the things I would call in is that this transition, the one that I'm living through, that it happens with more ease and grace. And so that would be a great intention to put in your Samhain, so whatever the word is, the celebration. We'll call it the winter celebration. So that's another thing. One other thing that I put in my rings, and you may not want this, but maybe you do. Maybe you have some other things in mind. And if you have some other things in mind, please type them in. The last thing that I intended for this celebration is that as many people, beings, entities that are ready and willing, that they can find freedom, that they can be released from whatever shackles or bondage that they find themselves in, and they can become freed. Because that's what, in when I think about Halloween, that's what a lot of this is a great opportunity for. The veils get thin, the darkness rises. Well, maybe a bunch of them are ready to keep going. Like maybe they want off this planet and they're tired of being held in some kind of bondage in this darkness. And so that was another one of my intentions is that people, beings, entities, whoever wants freedom, that they can find the doorway and the way out. And so those are my intentions for my, we'll call it Halloween avatar. So do you guys have any maybe different or things that you'd like to add to your Halloween avatar? And maybe something you would like to celebrate or create for this time of year. It's like a threshold. I think it is also preparing us for this 11/11 portal. So November 1st, which is another 11/1, is feels like it's part of the doorway. It's that first doorway into this 11 month. The whole month is an 11 month, right? And so as we clear the energies off of all of this darkness, off of this Halloween energy, it's making it easier to pass through this doorway, through this portal. And there's a few things about this, this seems like a transition piece, some important ways that you might be feeling this portal. To me, it feels like things are narrowing down, there's a squeeze to get through this narrow passageway. And you might be feeling that anxiety, that squeeze. And I love your intentions, Monique, that abundance of love, health, and wealth. Great. That would be a great cause for celebration. Um, so you might be feeling this kind of squeeze as these darker energies want to come up and out. And the more we can surrender to letting it go, the easier things will be. So that's one thing. Now you might notice these 11 numbers showing up everywhere on your clocks. I have taken so many screenshots. Oh, my phone's right here. I've taken so many screenshots of, 11:11, 10:01, which is 11s. It could be the time, it could be the date. Now, 11, the date of 11:11 at 11:11. Um, we'll be in the next 12-day program. We're going to be that's 11:11 is the second day of that program. And so we are preparing for this portal. And so you might be, well, even on the way here, I thought this was kind of funny. You know those digital speed limits or speedometers, speed things on the side of the road to tell you how fast you're going. Well, the traffic was really slow. It was only going 11 miles an hour. I thought, ta-da, yes, I'm aligned. I'm in this portal. I'm in the 11:11 portal. So you might notice where it's showing up more and more. The ones are showing up. It's definitely this narrow passageway. Well, before we go into this clearing, is there any questions you guys have that you want to ask? Oh, we have a comment on Instagram. Let me go here for a second. I love that you guys can comment. My friend seems to have his surroundings crumbling. Yeah, a lot of people do. And the people that are struggling the most are the ones that, hate to say it, have not been doing their work. We know who those are. And they, it's like everything is coming to the surface. And so this transition into this golden age, we can go kicking and screaming the whole way, or we can glide in on some kind of, magic carpet or something. Um, it's the ones who are resisting and unconscious, they are going to be made more and more aware of the darkness that wants to come up. And so they can either keep pushing it down with drugs, with distractions, with addictions, and all the things. Or you can start becoming more conscious and aware of what's really going on and start working with these energies so that you can release what's coming up for healing. And that's what makes the journey so much easier. Like you can just keep paddling upstream and thinking that's going to make a difference, or you can just decide to go with the flow, go with the current, and um, be pleasantly surprised once you stop fighting where things take you. Um, all right, good question, Monique. The colostrum, I didn't measure it yesterday because I've been measuring it every day, it seems like all day long for 3 months. And so I was like, I think I'm done. But I did measure it today, and it was in the thoracic, I want to say mid, but it's gone up since then. So let's see where it is right now. Our claustrum, that tiny part of our brain responsible for our consciousness, or that's part of its function. Let's see, is it in cervical? Yes, C1, 2, C3. So it's right mid neck, a little bit higher than the mid neck. And if I were to look and see where that is on the chart, hang on right here. Okay, it is C3, unless anybody knows. So C3 is at the vocal cords. It is the cheeks, outer ear, face bones, teeth, and the trifacial nerve. So, yeah, if you have teeth problems, it might be a good time to think about that right now. So, it will be up to its origin, point of origin, later this evening. And last time, it only took about an hour for it to go from 15% to 100% in the claustrum. Uh, and then it rested there for, I think, about 18 hours. So it is really accelerated considering the very first time I tracked it was 19-day cycle. And then it rested up here for like 5 or 6 days. So now we're down to like 2 days, probably, I don't know, maybe 15, 16 hours of, and anyway, so it's become quite efficient. And you may notice your nervous system recalibrating as a result of that. All right, let's see what other questions you have before we go into our um, clearing our Halloween avatar. So thanks for asking, Monique. Mm, you tried to, I tried to get 33 on this. Yeah, the speed limit thing. Yeah. Shelley, during reading this week, it's almost like a tongue twister. During a reading this week, I cleared a lot of war veterans who had died but were stuck. Yeah. It was neat to see them be free. Yes, such a relief, right? It's so satisfying to be able to help these people. For those of you who have this gift, are they all gone, or anything else from this reading still there with this reading? There's still more that want to ascend. So tomorrow night would be the perfect opportunity for this. In fact, for any of you who have this gift of helping people to ascend, um, this is a great time to help them do that. I'm getting that you've helped about 15% of the people that came to you for you to help them ascend. About 15% were able to go. So this is what I would do, Shelley, is when you, so I personally, for those of you who do this thing, maybe you'd like another little tool. When I clear and help people ascend, I create an avatar that becomes like the bus. I put them all in the bus, the avatar bus, and then make sure it's grounded. And usually there's only a few places that need clearing in the avatar that in fact, Shelley, let's just do this now for all your veteran people, and then people can see how this is done. So we've created the avatar, have all the dead veterans that have come to you that want help ascending, put them in the avatar is grounded. So the places that need to be cleared, first of all, is in the heart chakra. Second layer, where they have a lot of fury. So when fury at the heart, when it's at the heart, it's usually directed at themselves. Like they're mad at themselves for X, Y, and Z, maybe for even joining the military. I don't know. Or for not listening to themselves, or whatever the thing is that they're making themselves wrong about. We could all participate in this, help them release this energy in the heart chakra, this fury at themselves. Mm-hmm. Yeah, there's about 500 of these guys that we're helping right now. And then at the solar plexus, second layer, that's the fear. So when they did die, they died in a lot of fear. So help them clear that out of their solar plexus. Mm-hmm. Okay, good. And then in the root chakra, second layer, a lot of fury. And um, just want to make sure. Yeah, okay. Black boxes. There's about 15. I think this is the first time that I've found black boxes while clearing and helping the dead ascend. So this is, to me, it's like a whole nother level of how even dead people are being controlled, their spirits. And yeah, now some people might think, well, that's crazy. How do you know? How is that really true? Um, yes, it is true. In my world, it's true. So yes, the dark side often uses the dead to make people afraid, to infiltrate into other people's lives, knowing that these angry people can now start channeling their energies through other people. And then they can multiply the anger that these entities already have. It's crazy, crazy town. Anyway, let's see where the okay. There's still some energy in the root, Shelley, that needs to be released. Chords, about 20 of those AI chords. So that's part of the controlling mechanism that's keeping these dead people or these veterans earthbound and angry. Hmm. Hmm. Yeah, the senselessness of war, right? Yeah. Hmm. Okay, good. So now they are on the plus side, 20, 25, 30. Okay, great. So now they're at a plus 30, which is where this particular scale goes to. Then they've exited this avatar and they're basically on their way. So now you can blow up this avatar and create a new one for your next time. Next time you're going to help the dead ascend. Great, Shelley. Thanks for bringing that here tonight. Marianne, I wonder how I can confidence in myself again. I'm buying your book as soon as my deposit hits tonight. Excellent. But I had a seriously bad work experience and lost all confidence in my abilities. Hmm. Yeah. Um, as I'm looking at this, Marianne, the thing that's causing you to lose your confidence is in the root chakra. There's 20 of those AI chords right in your root chakra. And this is just another way that AI tries to infiltrate so that, you know, when we're solid in our root, then we do stand a little taller. We feel a little more confident, safe, certain, grounded. And so that's where that's happening. Let's see. Well, I've been feeling pain in that area yesterday. So I'm not sure what area that is because I'm okay. Left neck shoulder has been killing me today. Ah, well, your left hand is blocked, Marianne. That's your receiving side. Hmm. I was born on Halloween. Dana was born on Halloween. Does that mean anything? Even more cause for celebration. Yeah, that you can reset. You would especially want to reset the energy of Halloween, and that it's not so. Especially all those dark energies are confused with your birth and your arrival and that celebration. You definitely want to celebrate those. Separate those two celebrations. Yeah. Hello, Sophia. um, Monique wants to know if her deceased neighbor, John, ascended. Um, No, he's at a -15. Um, well, first, if when you're just doing one person, um, and you're inquiring about them, they didn't come to you to ask you, is to ask them if they're ready. Maybe he's not ready to ascend. Um, 34, he's 50% ready. So he's not quite ready to make the move yet. But you could stay in communication with him, and when he's ready, maybe you could help him then. Um, Grandma and Uncle Louis were World War II veterans. The face bone. Oh, that's what you're talking about. The part of that was in pain. Got it. Um, I have stuck energies in my left rib cage, solar plexus area. Well, you could take the cords out, Tara. There's got about 20 cords in there. That's just a quick glance. Um, there may be some other things going on, but just from an energetic standpoint, 20, but it's not AI, so it's angry, someone who's very angry. So if you think about someone that you're maybe butting heads with, somebody you're in a power struggle with, somebody who maybe doesn't like what you're doing, wants to control what you're doing, them. That the 20 chords, that's a lot when for a person to chord with, that's a lot of controlling energy. Yeah. So there you go. Okay, good. All right, we'll go over to Instagram real quick and see if they have any questions, and then we're going to do our avatar thing. Um, so here's Danny D says the past few days, oops, cancel. It won't let me click on it. Okay. The past few days, I felt a lot of anger. This afternoon, I felt a release. Okay, good. Yeah. Um, you still have 20 of those AI chords, Danny D, in your root chakra. This is a really common thing that the dark side uses as far as these energy chords. They plug into the root chakra because they know that it sets the tone for everything above it. And when you can disable the root chakra, then people lose their confidence. They don't feel grounded. They don't feel safe. They don't feel certain. And it just affects everything right up the line. So that would definitely be a good one to release. All right, let's create an avatar because I have to get to a client after this. um, let's create an avatar. So if you're showing up late, this is what an avatar looks like. You could just use an image like that of a person. So I don't know if you can see that up there. That's okay. We'll see. Okay, they're a little bit behind. Okay, got it. But you can still see it. Okay, great. So that's the avatar. So you're going to create this avatar, and it's going to, so just with your imagination, and this will also teach you how to use avatars in general, which you can use for anything. People use them to sell homes, maybe to call in a partner or a new job, or maybe they're having surgery, or whatever the thing is that you want a specific outcome. This is how you do it. So we're creating this to have some better energy for our Halloween. And the first thing that we're going to do is with your imagination, you're going to think of the things that you want this avatar to create for you. So, like before, I mentioned that um, I wanted it to celebrate the incoming golden age. I wanted it to be with ease and grace. And I wanted it to help whoever is ready, spirit, entity, being, who person, whoever's ready to be released from their shackles, from their bondage, from their slavery, whatever it is, that they can find the doorway, that they can find their way out with ease and safely. So that was my other intention. So you put your intentions in your rings, and then we're going to just run energy through this. And so as I'm helping you go through this, I'll be finding energies that are likely stuck in your avatar, in your Halloween avatar. So here we go. So just using your free imagination, you're going to put a grounding cord on your avatar. So it looks like most of yours are grounded. Hello, New York. Thank you for joining us. Okay. So we've got a good grounding cord. Then we're going to imagine those roots from the bottoms of the feet going deep into our Mother Earth, which is safe and secure. And you could imagine those roots wrapping around the entire planet, connecting with that mycelium, that intelligent communication layer that yeah, it's all in communication, and it helps to convert decay into life. So that's part of the energy that we're bringing up through this avatar's feet. So right at the bottoms of the feet, the energy stops. So this is with the avatar, and there are curses there, about 50. So these 50 curses are not allowing this Halloween celebration to feel safe and connected to the planet Earth. And when you think of a lot of what Halloween is about, is dead people that are under the ground. It's like, yeah, I'm going to avoid anything that's under the ground right now. So we want those roots to just go into the earth where it is safe and where there's no darkness. Okay, good. So now that earth energy is starting to come up through the legs of the avatar. And when it gets to the top of the legs, it goes down the grounding cord. Of course, I have no water in that cup. One moment. Let me get a drink while you guys are grounding. So hang on just one second. Okay, good. And then we have water. We've got good earth energy coming up through the legs. There is a worry circle around the root chakra at the third layer where there's a lot of fear. So this would make sense. Let's see what's keeping this fear in place. Cords. About 50 of these AI cords. So dissolve and transmute the cords that are in your avatar. And Spirit has instructed me to do less and just be. If you saw a couple of lives ago, yes, and more watching you guys do your work. Yeah, that's how you get more empowered. Okay, good. So now there's no worry circle. Great job clearing all of that. So let's see if the heart is open. It is 100% open, but it's not grounded. So let's go to the sixth chakra of this avatar. So right in the forehead, at the second layer where there's more fear. So that it's the fear that runs through this Halloween event that causes the heart to not feel safe to really open and be grounded and flowing. So you're clearing the fearful energy. Let's see what's keeping that in place. chords, about 20 of those AI chords, right in the root chakra, in the sixth chakra of your Halloween avatar. Okay, great. So now the heart of your Halloween avatar is grounded, open, heart's open, but the flow is only it's a little trickle, like 15%. So we want that flow to really like to be able to give with this celebration and receive all the benefits of this celebration that you're resetting the energy on. Go to the root chakra of this avatar, out to the second layer. And if all of this is confusing, it really would be a good idea to get my book and read it, because it's got all of this whole system in there. It's easier to follow when I'm talking about these things, and you know what the heck's going on. Okay, so great. The heart is 100% flowing now. Great. So coming out that right arm, but the left hand is blocked. There's about 20 of those AI chords not allowing you to receive what you desire to create for this celebration. Okay, there we go. There. So now it's going through the heart, throat, 6 crown rings. Okay, let's see how many rings. Yeah, there's only about 2 creative rings. So you may have put your intentions in the rings, but there's only a couple rings. So we need to open that up. So there's 1 more rings and more access to the connection between your crown and pure source. Let's go to the root chakra of this avatar, second layer, and we're going to clear more fear, and the word terror is coming up. I think I need to sit on my hands. Okay, good. There we go. Okay, good. So now that energy is coming out the right arm and the left through all those upper chakras. And you have 15 rings. So in the sixth chakra, second layer, clear more fear. And there's cords in the sixth chakra of this avatar that's preventing more rings from expanding. So in the sixth chakra of this avatar, you're clearing 20 AI cords, which has a lot of fear in them. And so the natural energy of fear is to contract. It's a very contracting energy. So when they've got fear in your rings, they're just going to contract. And then you've got like 2 skinny little rings up there. Okay, so now you're up to 50 rings. So right about at the 50th ring, there's another 20 chords, these AI chords that don't want you to create what you want to create. Okay, great. Okay, good. Okay, so now there is 100 rings. So that's a good place to acclimate. So we're going to start bringing pure source down through these creative rings, and it's going to recalibrate all of the intentions that you placed so that they're in your highest and best interests. And my whole crown is just tingling. It's almost like I have to itch it. Okay, good. So pure source is coming down through the rings, recalibrating your dreams and desires in your highest and best interests, coming in through the crown, 6, 5, 4. Let this pure source energy stir right at the heart of your Halloween avatar as you're resetting the energy here. And so right now you're clearing out all the fury out of that heart. So maybe where you're making yourself wrong for Maybe you love participating in Halloween, and maybe there's still a part of you that likes certain parts of Halloween. I'm not here to make anything right or wrong. I'm just helping you to create more of what you do desire. Okay, so as this pure source energy is coming down into that heart, okay, there's black boxes here. Well, that would make sense. About 20. And yeah, so that's that controlling mechanism in the heart that one won't allow the love to be accessed during Halloween. That's like kryptonite. They don't want any love at Halloween. They want gore, death, suffering, sacrifice, all of that stuff. And so this pure source is transmuting all of these old energies, old programs that were there previously. So just keep clearing that energy out of the heart. Woo-hoo. Okay, we're going to have to wrap this up. Coming down through the heart, solar plexus, second chakra. So right at that second chakra, more fear and terror, which is what this holiday has become a loosh fest for. So just allow this pure source energy to clear cords, another 20 of these AI cords in the second chakra of your Halloween avatar. We're working on bringing more light into this holiday. You know, if it only takes relatively few people to send a high frequency broadcast to help change the masses. That was David Hawkins that wrote about that in his book, Power versus Force. Okay, good. So now it's coming all the way down. Let's bring this energy 50-50 up the front through the seconds. Okay, so it's stopping at that second chakra where there is more fury. There's fury here. And more cords. Another 15, keeping fury in place. Okay, good. So coming up through the second, third at the solar plexus, cords. Another 20, keeping a lot of fury in place. Yeah. Yeah, you know, one of the things that often happens when people are terrified, when they're really scared, is they'll get angry instead. Because they don't really know how to be scared. It's like it's not safe to be scared, or no permission, and so they will often get angry. And this is just all part of these programs. Okay, so coming up through 3, 4, 5, 6 crown rings, infinite rings now. Through all the layers, let's clear the second layer where there's more fear in this entire layer. Second layer connects to second chakra, processes your emotions, your sexual energy, and your creative energy. Okay, good. 2, 3, 4, 5, 10. Okay, the rest of the aura looks clear. Let's make sure that circle of reciprocity is flowing out the right arm, receiving, 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 and the left. There we go. Throat, 6 crown rings. Excellent. And so maybe you want to do something a little more formal or something tomorrow night to really bring in the energy of what it is that you're wanting to create. Maybe you want to write down some things of what you want to create as we're moving through these portals. The November 1st is a portal with all these ones. This is a number 9 year, lots of beginnings and endings. So lots of things. Anyway, so yes, what else? What is today? Yes. Okay, so we'll see you back next week. next week for we'll see what it is we have to clear, and hopefully we'll have more time. This was a little got stuck in traffic and things, but anyway, we'll see you next week. And in the meantime, if you want to find out more of what's up and coming, you can always go to my website at kimberlysherry.com. We have our luminary activation that happens once a month, first Thursday of every month. So next, not tomorrow, but the following Thursday is going to be our next luminary activation. And we are going to be doing a cellular light activation. Our bodies need to be prepared to handle and accommodate all the incoming light that's happening on the planet. And we need strong bodies to do that. So that's why Spirit has directed this next luminary activation. It is also a bonus to the next 12-day program that is starting that following Monday. So that's the 10th, the day before the portal. And we're going to be spending 12 days bringing every body system and every body organ to 100% of energetic functioning and a new threshold of millivolts of light. We're currently at 350. Spirit is directing that we're going to be going to 450 millivolts of light. So if you're ready to take your body to the next level and your physiology and creating a stronger vessel to accommodate all the incoming light, go explore my website, kimberlysherry.com, and at the luminary activation. If that's all you want to do, that's great. But if you do the 12-day, it's included for the last time this year. Next year, we will not be including it. But at any rate, we'll talk about that another time. Until we meet again next week, keep asking my favorite question: how does it get any better than this? And then stay in that blissful question of, I wonder. All right. Blessings, everyone. See you next week.